Hello everyone, this is Snagger West bringing you an update video. A few things to talk about in this one, and I'm going to talk about them in no particular order. First of all, yes, this is Pokemon XD. No, I'm not going to be doing a Let's Play of this anytime soon, especially because it just doesn't seem to run very well on this machine. Which is, the update. So first of all, yes, Dolphin Emulator finally got it working again, and finally got all the problems banged out and fixed and everything like that. So we're gonna play some XD, and we're gonna battle these guys while I just kind of talk over the thing. What? Did I already battle you? Do you not want to battle me because I already caught your? Yeah. Okay. I see how it is now. Okay. So we're just gonna battle these guys while I talk over them. So the first update is, no, I am not dead. I actually have recorded a few other episodes and updates even, and I just simply haven't posted them. I apologize for that. I mean, heck, I may not even post this one for a really long time. I haven't had the time to keep up with recording. I haven't had the time to keep up with posting, especially because that takes even longer. Oh my gosh, so glad my Espeon finally has a stab move. Same thing with Poochyena. Oh my gosh, I have missed this. Oh, anyway, as you can see, there are graphical errors with this game. There's also frame rate and stuttering issues. Excuse me. And all that. But to start off with things, my computer. I finally updated my computer. The hardware in it is just everything. I am working on it right now. As I speak, as I record this, I'm actually not fully, I don't have it fully set up right now, but I do have it set up to the point where I basically just need it to be set up. I have my sound working. That was a problem. Turned out I just didn't plug in my front panel HD audio properly, and so it was giving me like a lot of really bad problems on Skype. I was trying to like get my microphone and headphones to work. I ended up just having to plug them into the back of the computer. But fear not, I am back to my original configuration where I have a speaker plugged into the back of the computer all the time, and my headphone and microphone plugged into the front of the computer where I can have them plugged in, finally. I know that's probably like news to you guys since I've never talked about, you know, how I record or anything like that. I use a headset that plugs into both of the audio ports. So like if I were recording on a laptop or a tablet or whatever that only had one audio port, I could only use that one audio port. It's kind of a pain, but yeah, it happens. We're gonna bite this gulp in here. Anywhooser, I updated my hardware. I got a new motherboard so that my 7870K would work finally, so that my processor would work in it. And in the process, I figured, you know, why not just go all out? I already have 2 power supplies because I got 1 power supply so I could, you know, support my graphic card. I already have, well, I technically had 2 sticks of RAM at the same time, but I didn't want to, like, go back to only using 4 gigabytes of RAM on my system. And I'm like, you know, I might as well just pick up 2 more sticks of RAM. It's an 8 gigabyte kit. I mean, I know it's not anything really big, especially for recording and doing video editing, which I planned on doing before. But it's no big deal to me. I'm not actually that worried about it. Oh, we got a lot of Pokeballs to spare. We're just gonna keep chucking them until we're out. Yeah. So I now have 2 full systems. I now have 2 full systems. Both of them have 8 gigabytes of RAM. This one has a little bit faster system RAM. The problem is the way I've set it up. It does not work with the XMP profile. I'm not entirely sure why. So it runs at not the speed it was rated at. It runs at a lot lower. It runs at 1333 megahertz, which is lower than you would want for an APU anyway. But it seems like the graphics are working just fine, and so I'm just gonna keep that configuration. I like it. It works for me. What else is new? Oh yeah, and basically I use the parts from my old machine. I've talked to you guys before in my other videos about all of the hardware updates I've made to my computer and stuff like that, and again, basically I've just built 2 computers now. And so I have one running out in the other room, where I can be social and play games and stuff like that, and then I have one in here for when I can record, and, you know, pretty much literally everything else I want to do. I'm not too fond of... Ooh, nice! Got a good setup here with my first 2 leading Pokemon. Sorry for the interruption of my little spiel there. Cool thing about this motherboard, I actually looked for specific features in this motherboard, and this one has all of them except for one, I think. I kind of wanted an M.2 slot. I at least wanted an M-SATA port so that I could plug in my wireless card to the board directly instead of through the PCI slot. And that wasn't for speed or any performance improvement, it was literally for space. However, when you go with a micro ATX motherboard, you only have so many choices. I wanted 4 RAM slots in case I wanted to put all 16 gigs of memory that I have in one machine, which I don't. You know, I'm not actually that interested in it. And oh gosh, what else? What was the other stuff? Oh, here's a feature that I actually didn't know when I was buying it. All of the fan ports are power managed fan ports, which means if I have the software center for this motherboard installed on my computer, I can control every single fan I have, or at least every single fan I have plugged in, because I can only have 4 fans total in this machine because of the number of splitters I have, because of the number of ports that are on the board. There are only 3 ports on the board, 1 CPU and 2 system. It's a micro ATX thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all like that. It was a Gigabyte motherboard, so I decided that I liked Gigabyte motherboard, or at least this one specifically, because it had the dual BIOS feature, and dual BIOS is something that's actually really good for me, because I had a problem last time where I was like scared to flash the BIOS, or scared to update the BIOS, because it like crashed my computer in the middle of the update. And I panicked. Like, I thought it was dead. I was so scared. But yeah, I'm over that now because that's not a thing anymore. I don't have to worry about it. So I have dual BIOS. I have all the fan control that I wanted. It has better power management. It uses an 8-pin connector instead of a 4-pin connector for the CPU. And I guess that may allow for better overclocks. Somewhere down the line. I'm not actually like jonesing for that or anything like that. I wanted the the future choice to be able to do that. I didn't want to sit there and just have a board or have what works for me now and not what works for me later, because that clearly didn't work out last time. And then the biggest feature that this motherboard had that I needed was that it supported my CPU. Again, biggest function, the one thing I wanted, or the one thing I was really looking for. And I mean, through MSI had a lot of cool stuff on their board, or basically on the upgrade to the one I already had, which I think is ridiculous. I'm like, why not just release a BIOS update for support? And why not just it's an FM2 Plus board. Why doesn't it support FM2 Plus processors? That's just ridiculous. And nope, they just released a new board, and so I'm kind of miffed at MSI for that. But the cool thing is, I have a board that works, at least for now. If there's any problems in the future, well, I mean, you guys will likely be the first to know, because I'll stop recording videos again. And that's not mostly because of my hardware issues. That's also because of real life. I have been completely busy. I'll talk about that in a second. One more feature this has. It has USB 3.1 and USB. I think the USB Type-C connector is for 3.1, but already battled you. I'm almost done with these guys. I'm gonna battle all of these guys while I talk. And I guess when I'm done talking. But yes, I have a Type-C connector now, which is kind of cool for, again, future compatibility if I want to connect something through USB 3.1 Type-C. My case in the front only has USB 3.0, but that's still, ridiculously fast, and it works for, my current fastest device at the moment. I'm actually, I'm not too upset about that at all. It's actually, I'm actually pretty set with this. And so yeah, I got all the compatibility I want. I don't have my graphic card in here, actually. I don't need my graphic card in here, for one, because my APU's graphics are strong enough to do what I want them to do. Again, this game might perform better if I was using different graphics, but I don't really need that to happen because I don't record this game just yet. Also, On that subject, before I move on, if you guys want to see this game as a Let's Play, leave a comment. Let me know. I'd actually be really excited to get on that. You know, get working on doing all this, even with all the graphical errors. I mean, this is a Dolphin thing. This isn't. This is barely my computer. I mean, my computer, yeah, it's not exactly that great, but you know, neither is Dolphin. Anyway, moving on. I have been busy. The reason I haven't been uploading videos is I haven't wanted to sit down at my computer and record for a long time. I've wanted to do so many other things. This isn't like an external thing like, oh, I've been so busy, you know, at work or anything like that. No, I wanted to do other things for a while, and I have enjoyed it so much. For the time that I didn't have my computer in my room, I actually put my computer, or I built up my old machine, and I put it out in the other room, along with the graphics card. So I mean, I changed out the power supply, obviously, but oh, and I changed out the heatsink too. I used the A10's heatsink for the A6, basically just, you know, for extra heat dissipation if I so needed it. And yeah, I was actually pretty happy with having it out there because I could be social. I could be, you know, with the people out there, instead of being cooped up in my room all the time and recording all the time. Yeah, that's just the life update. I actually went to IKEA for the first time. Great store, actually. I mean, like, it is big, like people say. I mean, you could get lost in there fairly easily. But if you just follow the arrows, you know, you make it out pretty quickly anyway. I mean, we spent like 2 hours there. And that was no big deal, actually. I mean, like, honestly, I expected like a lot more. I wanted to stop in like every single room because they had like like the top floor or the second floor is like a showroom type thing, and I wanted to stop in like all of the first sets of rooms because they were like bedrooms and stuff like that, and they had all these cool cabinets and organization things that I'm like, oh yeah, that would be really cool to have. You know, I'm like, that would save so much space in my room. It would clear up a lot of stuff. And then I look around at my room now, and I'm just like, no, I wouldn't be able to fit even that in my room. It's not a small room. I just have a lot of big things in my room. This desk is pretty much the size of my old desk, which took up half the room before anyway. But anyway, yeah, I've just been doing a lot lately. What else happened? Oh, I figured out let's talk about restaurants for a minute. Figured out, you know, the perfect balance between like fast food and regular restaurants, and I figured out like the price point you pay for each one. It's pretty much fair. I mean, like around the $6 to $10 range for a meal is actually quite right, you know, for me, because I've been craving ground beef for so long. Holy crap! And I just like. I've been having cravings for burgers, and I've wanted to eat out at all the burger places. So I went to Carl's Jr. So much better than McDonald's, guys. I mean, like, I used to be crazy about like the Big Mac, the Whopper, and then, you know, anything that Wendy's had. I mean, that stuff was great, but holy crap, Carl's Jr. and Jack in the Box, they're so much better. Yes, I am in love with food, by the way. That's another passion of mine if you guys are even interested in that. I mean, you're watching a vlog. I'm going to title this as a vlog. I'm not even going to, like, you know, I'm not even going to screw around here. I'm just going to say it's a vlog, it's an update, whatever. If you want to see it, you want to see it. If you don't watch it. And I think I froze. Well, I guess that's kind of it for this episode then. I mean, I've probably been recording for a while. I mean, there's other updates I could give you. I will leave you with, I am sorry. That is annoying, I can tell. And this actually happens. This is why I don't really want to do Pokemon XD very much, because errors like these happen. My controls aren't responding. It just froze without any warning either. This is the first time it did it without warning. Usually it tells you like, I'm about to crash. Anyway, some more updates just really quickly. I'll just rapid fire these, you know. I love fast food now. I used to hate it, love it now. I need 2 monitors still. I actually have 2 monitors. I got my second monitor set up out in the other room for my other computer. It's actually not my monitor though. It was the monitor that I had on loan from the people that from my friends, I should say. I got this monitor on loan from my friends, and then the one I'm using right now is my old one. And you know, if I had 2 monitors in here, I'm thinking about using my TV for it, but that's, coming in the future. I'd be able to basically see my recording settings, and I'd be able to play the game at the same time. Anyway, that is all for today because I don't want to annoy you guys with this crazy music loop that's going on right now. So, I will see you guys all in the next episode. I have a lot of updates to give you. I have a lot of things to talk about. Basically, I'll probably post 30 vlogs before I even do another episode. Even though that's what the gameplay was for anyway, it was basically like a personal diary. Anyway, yes, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, like, whatever. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff, because I actually do still want to record videos, despite something I said in an older recording, which hasn't come out yet on video. I actually do want to do more episodes and stuff. And so, yeah, thank you all for watching. Tout à l'heure.